Alrighty, so today I'm going to be talking about banners in Dokkan. Now, more specifically, we are going to be talking about the types of banners that you should be summoning on and the types of banners that you should not be summoning on, right? These are going to be general summoning rules of thumb that you guys should be abiding by if you want to get the most value out of your Dragon Stones, right? Now, let me preface this with a few things, right? Really, during the year, there's probably about like maybe 5 to 6 times that you should be summoning if you want to optimize your stones in terms of the banners you're summoning on. But I also understand that that is a very difficult way to play. It takes a lot of discipline that most people, including myself, don't really have. And we'll go over which types of banners those are. And the one thing that should be prefacing all of this is if a banner is bad, but it contains the new character is like one of your favorite characters in the series. This is a character that you're going to want to use. This is a character you're going to have a fun time using. This is a character that you've been waiting for a long time. Then don't think that you, just because that character does not fit the criteria of what I'm going to talk about in this video, that means that you shouldn't summon just because, like, if you like that character, then like who cares, right? So let's go ahead and get started with some of the banners that I don't think that you should summon on. And that is going to be banners with lineups that do not have characters that are going to be very impactful in terms of the best teams in the game. And I think that this Master Roshi banner is a really good example of a banner that you should not summon on. This is a banner where they are trying to incentivize you with discounts. Right up here you can see at the top. They are trying to get you with Roshi here, and they're trying to market the return of Frieza, right? But when we go to this lineup here, we can see characters that are just okay, right? This is not, like, none of the characters on this banner in specific are, like, world-beating, game-changing characters that, like, you have to absolutely have, or else your account is no good, right? Bunny Bulma is a very good banner unit, but not worth chasing. She'll be on every banner moving forward, right? Master Roshi, just too limited, I think, and he can make characters look really impressive with his support and stuff like that, but I don't think he's worth going out of your way and blowing your 10th anniversary stones for. And just like these TURs here, like, yeah, Videl got her easy 8 is very good, but Yamcha, Pat the Power Kid Goku, and God Goku, the only real, like, usage that you're getting out of these 3 characters, in my opinion, is the leader skill of Yamcha and the leader skill of Goku, right? This Goku's leader skill, pure and hybrid Saiyan's always going to be useful, but again, I don't think this is enough to be like, oh my god, I need to summon on this banner, right? So, monthly filler, you know, Dokkan Festival exclusive TURs, I don't think you should be summoning on these anymore. Just with the way that it's formatted. There is pity now, but again, I don't think that is going to be the case. So, that is one example, and then we have another one right here. Like, I think when you look at this banner right here, this Vegeta banner, and you see that full power Frieza. Now, I know why he's on the banner art, because, you know, he's getting a Super Easy A, right? Or he got a Super Easy A. I think that should be pretty clear. That's why he's here. But Turles, not good. Kui, not good. This Vegeta, not very, like, the best unit. If the best unit on the banner is not the headlining character, that's more often than not a sign that you should not be summoning on the banner, right? And the best unit's going to be this Saiyan Day Vegeta down here, right? Not this Vegeta. So that's already, like, red flag number 1, right? So monthly filler TUR Dokkan Fests, right? Unless they are your favorite character, I don't think you should really be summoning for them anymore. Just because it's tough, right? Maybe you do discounts, but all in all, like, going all in, I don't think you should be summoning on those. Now, let's go ahead and move on to a banner that doesn't have any caveats, in my opinion, whatsoever. And unless they are literally your favorite character, I don't think you should summon on them ever. And that is going to be legendary summon banners. Now, legendary banners are going to be deceiving, right? It's going to be like, okay, you can go to Pity in 1,000 stones and get a copy of the character, right? 200 legendary summon coins, that's, you know, what's it called? You know, that's just the amount of multis you're going to need, right? It's pretty simple. So you can see right here, not too bad. 20 multis, you get a copy, you're done. But look at this lineup, guys. Like, every character that's on this banner, except for these 3 characters right here, you can literally pull on any multi in the game that isn't like a category exclusive summon, right? Or a typing exclusive summon. Like, if you go do a multi right now on Roshi, don't do that, by the way, you could pull all of these characters except for the 3 at the top, right? So, and that is, like, not good, right? Like, you can tell just by looking at this featured lineup, right? You might be like, oh, Captain Ginyu's so cool, or this Gohan's so cool, or I love Ultimate Gohan. Well, it's like, yeah, that's great. But then we go down here and we press this unfeatured button. And then you've got Cell Max, right? You've got where are all these LRs at? You'll get the idea, right? There's so many unfeatured LRs, you know, Super Boo, Bulma, Golden Frieza, Zamasu, right? The Saiyan Saga LRs, like there's just so much junk in here, right? That just doesn't have any usages right now. And if you get like a fusion, right, Warida, you fuse, you all that, like it's not guaranteed that it's going to be one of these three. Are the rates higher for these three? Yes, but there's a chance that you could pull a character like LR Full Power Frieza, the LR Androids, LR Kale and Caulifla, LR God Goku, Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, Baby, you know, Broly. Like it's just, these are not high value banners, and you're really just not spending your stones wisely if you summon on these types of banners. So I'm not going to get into Elder Kai stuff, these category exclusive ones. These should go without saying. You should not be summoning on these EZA banners, right? It's just like girl power. Like we don't need to be summoning on those banners, right? But let's go ahead and look at examples of banners that you should be summoning on. And this is going to be much simpler, right? Looking at a banner like this, the Broly banner here, this is going to be one that is much higher value for your stones, right? A worldwide download celebration LR, right? A lot of good units on this banner. So if we want to talk about value for your stones, we have how many featured units here? 10. And how many of these are usable? You are usable. You are usable. You are usable. You can be usable at times, but not often. You can be usable in the Super Bosses team. You are usable on the Movie Bosses team, but you're not like in the top cut. You are very usable, and you are obviously very usable as well. So when you look at the featured rate on this banner, you know, you get in the Warida, you've got a very high chance at a usable character, right? This one has a lot more value for your stones. You're going to be able to do a lot more with it. And the unfeatured pool is not going to have all of those LRs in it, and it's not going to dilute the pool. So if you fuse and you get a Vegito Blue animation, you know, you're going to have a much higher, it's a 1 in 5 chance, right? Because there's 5 LRs on this banner. So compared to a Vegito Blue on like a legendary summon where you could potentially pull, you know, God knows what with that, where you're like, oh man, maybe I'll get a, you know, LR baby after, you know, spending my stones or whatever on that. So, you know, you can see here, we have a lot less, it's a lot more condensed. We have a lot better options and a lot more usable characters, right? Now, Carnival banners. I think we should at least talk about them. Carnival banners are obviously not going to be as valuable as, Dokkan Festival exclusive banners, but what I will say with these banners is the featured lineup tends to be better, right, for LRs, right? It's going to be very similar to what we see with a legendary summon, but it's going to be a little bit better, right? Where you can see here, the featured lineup just has more LRs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what is that? 7 LR, 8 LRs featured on this banner. So you are potentially having a much better chance of pulling an LR that you want. Or is it 7 LRs? I think it's 7. I just can't count. Yeah, 7, my bad. 7 LRs here featured on this banner, which is obviously much better than the 3 that we saw in the legendary summon. But with these, it's a different type of coin, and typically Carnival LRs tend to have a higher quality of animations, kit, right? Like this Gohan is like a contender for the best unit in the game, right? And this character is obviously going to be very good for us. So that alongside 7 featured LRs, it's just a better value for your, better bang for your buck than a legendary summon, and the characters tend to be better. So Carnival banners, I don't think should be your top priority. I still think Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs should be like the #1 banner that you prioritize with your Dragon Stones. But I will say that Carnival summons are also not bad, right? Now, I think like during the year, the main banners that you should be like the most stones that you should be spending every year should be going to the anniversary LR banners, right? Specifically the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, because these are just the best banners during the year typically, because not only do the anniversary LRs, like anniversary LRs are always just like the best units in the game, right? Like sometimes the worldwide download celebration units are better, but most of the time it's an anniversary LR, right? But you guys can see very similar setup. There will be like anniversary LRs from previous years that are potentially going to EZA. So like you see this character during the 10th anniversary, they're going to EZA. So they're more than likely going to be on the banner here with these characters. Have a lot of LRs, a lot of usable units, and also like you're just getting a lot of stones at the time. This year there's probably going to be pity. So things have changed up a bit, and I think that these banners in specific, anniversary LRs, typically tend to be the best units in the game for basically the whole year. Sometimes a better character comes out, but it's not every day, right? Like, you could still argue that Beast is easily the best unit in the game. So do keep that in mind. I think that overall, banners that you should be summoning on, the #1 priority should be Anniversary, Dokkan Festival exclusive banners, and the least ones that you should be summoning on are not Anniversary, but just Legendary Summon banners overall, right? So looking at this, I think you guys kind of get the idea, right? Carnival banners are good for your stones at times, depending on what you want. If the character is somebody, then you want, if it's a Carnival banner, it's not the end of the world. Like Gogeta Blue, it's going to be hard to avoid temptation, right? Same thing with the Gammas. And then Legendary summons, just never summon on those. And then monthly Dokkan Festival exclusives, I think they're going to be a case-to-case basis. But the times during the year that you should be summoning are going to be the Anniversary. I think you should summon on Saiyan Day. I think you should summon, that's the 18th of March. You should be summoning at Golden Week, that is the end of April. You should be summoning at Tanabata, that is the end of June. And then you should be summoning during the Worldwide Download Celebration, which is going to start at the end of August. So those are the 5 times a year I think that you should be summoning to get the most out of your stones. And then in between those periods, you just want to save and get as many as possible in between them. So there we have it. If you have any confusions or concerns, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to address them and explain myself. And if you did enjoy today's video and found it informative, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new so you don't miss out on any of the Dokkan content I post. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.